Dallas Stars have moved Matthew Dumba and a 2028 second round pick to the Pittsburgh Penguins for Vladislav Kolyachonok. I hope I've got that right. It's a bit of a mouthful. But yeah, look, Jaden, they've freed up the cap. They obviously needed to get under the cap, and they've done that with this move. But do you reckon this is all we'll see from the Dallas Stars?
Well, they've only got 2 million space left. The team's pretty much sorted. If anything, it's just going to be depth pieces that are added. Um, maybe a depth forward or something like that. But it's not probably not too much. Pittsburgh side, they get Dumba. They get a little bit better in a sense on the D, so it helps them out with the Crosby and going for it. And they do get a second as well, which I don't think you want to scoff at. It is like 3 years away, but it is a second. So
Yeah.
all in all, it's probably just a fair trade. Good old hockey trade in between teams, and obviously Dallas had to do something to get under the cap. So something had to happen, and
Mhm.
for Pittsburgh, they get maybe a little bit better um, for the era of Crosby. And look, Dumba only had one goal last year in 63 games. He's not known for his goals, but there was only one. You want a little bit more, and
Yeah.
Kolyachonok, my God, what a name! He's
Yep.
only played a handful of games. 74 in the league, being with Arizona Coyotes, then Utah, then obviously Pittsburgh. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a hockey trade. All in all.
Yeah, look, I think Dumba took a lot of criticism last season for his play on ice. He didn't have the greatest season with Dallas, and that sort of showed not playing at all in the playoffs. Um, but we all know what Dumba can bring. Whether or not he's well past that now, who knows? But it's a it's a great risk for the Pittsburgh Penguins to take. I mean, if Matt Dumba gets back to anywhere near as good as what he used to be, um, it's a win for Pittsburgh. They literally they pick up a player that they could sort of reinvent, getting back to his old form. It doesn't cost them too much in terms of cap, and they get a second round pick whilst doing so. So yeah, for me, it's a fantastic trade from Pittsburgh's point of view, and it's kind of a trade that Dallas needed to do at the same time. They don't really need their picks. I mean, they've got their teams pretty set. They needed to free up that cap space, obviously, to get under the cap. And yeah, I think they've still got at least one or two forwards that they need to either bring up from the minors or sign, because they've only got 12 forwards signed at the moment. Um, so yeah, I mean, for me, it's not a terrible trade from Dallas. They needed to obviously free up that cap space, and Dumba just wasn't it last year, and especially with Bischel, coming through and playing some reasonable hockey. They've obviously got a replacement for Dumba that'll take over straight away. And then yeah, now it just comes down to what they can sort of fill their lineup with now that they've freed up a little bit of space, or are the rumors true and we might be seeing a Jason Robertson trade coming soon? I know those rumors are circulating. I'm also hearing rumors that he might be closing in on a new deal with Dallas. So it's kind of hard to know
Yeah, complete
where
opposites.
exactly, right. Like one team's like, hey, he's going to get traded, and these are the teams and destinations that he could be traded to, and then on the other end, it's like, yeah, nah, he's probably going to sign 2 days from now. So I guess it's just going to be a wait and see sort of thing. A lot of rumors around. I think there was a rumor with involving the New Jersey Devils and Dougie Hamilton, bringing Hamilton over to Dallas, which you know whether or not that's a good trade or not, who knows? But this trade sort of does free up enough space to sort of bring a Dougie Hamilton over. So the only issue I see with that is then they've now only got 11 forwards,
Yeah,
and Yeah. So, and no cap space after that trade. So I'm not quite sure that, that's going to eventuate and that this trade was to facilitate anything like that. It definitely just looks like a trade to get him under the cap space, sign to, league min contracts and then hit the season running. I don't think Robertson will go anywhere.
Yeah.
But all in all, good trade for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I like it from Pittsburgh side. They get a player, and then they get a second round. Honestly, Dallas could be a whole entire different team in 2028, and that could be a very high second round because they are in win now mode. And
Mhm.
sometimes teams do fall off very quickly after going in win now mode. And they've been relatively win now mode for a few years now, and it's hard to sustain. So
Yep.
I think getting that like a future second round is really really good. I like a bit, but Pittsburgh side obviously it's like low risk with the Matt Dumba. If he rebounds, then you're all cheery, and if he rebounds and you're not making playoffs, then he's a great trade deadline asset. It makes sense completely for Pittsburgh, and Dallas obviously had to get under the cap. They still get an NHL caliber esque depth D. And
Mhm.
so yeah, fair hockey trade all in all. I side with Pittsburgh purely because I like the 2028 second, even though you're not going to feel that for probably 5 years, but because that second probably won't eventuate into the NHL for 2 years. So, but I
Yeah.
still like that. Um, and look,
Yeah.
the other
100%.
thing we haven't touched on is Pittsburgh still has cap space, so they can still make these type of trades where take on more salary in regards to
Mhm.
getting either better players or worse players, and but adding value. So I like it.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fantastic trade from their perspective, and it's just a trade that Dallas had to do. Obviously, you don't like having to give up that second round pick, but as you said, win now mode, they've got to do it. They want to be competing for the next at least 3 years, so their hope would be that second round pick's going to be a late pick, but as you said, can drop off real fast. They've got aging players. Seguin's 33 now. Jamie Benn's getting older. And so, their lineup's not too bad in terms of age. A lot of them are mid to late 20s and early 30s, but there are a couple of players there getting older. All it takes is a couple of those to regress, and Dallas could find themselves down the rung by 2028. But
Yeah,
no, all in all, makes sense for both teams.
yeah. The only other thing I wanted to highlight is it's another draft pick for Pittsburgh, and I've just got it on the screen there of just all the draft picks they've managed to accumulate. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so this year's draft coming up, they've got they've still got their second, but they got two other seconds. They got Sharks
Mm-hmm.
third, and then they got another second. Rangers in 2027, two more thirds extras. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's going to add up. Uh, and I think their rebuild could turn really fast, really quickly, depending on how good their scouting is, obviously.
Well,
Um,
especially if they tank well enough this year and they get the number one pick, he's gonna be a stud. And it's all I'm hearing around the thing is it would be very Pittsburgh-esque to go from Crosby to another generational player. Obviously going from, well, they had Yager, Lemieux to Crosby, and then you know, so I mean, it'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Like, no,
yeah,
no rest in Pittsburgh. It might actually rejuvenate Crosby's career if they did get that and really give him a chance to and make sense for him to stay. Um, but yeah. Anyway,
well,
all in all, good trade.
yeah, good hockey trade both ways. Makes sense both ways. You like to see it. So don't forget to comment below what you think of the trade. What could have done better? Was it fair? Was it not? Who won? Who lost? And don't forget to subscribe. More content, and we'll keep posting more content in the future. But till next time, catch you guys.
Right.